Hey everybody, this is Joseph Pasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to UFC On Guard, and welcome back to Mr. Badwagon. Yes, Skylar Corman, our MMA expert here, UFC Freedom 250 this Sunday. On Ultimate Card from the UFC at the White House lawn. Skylar, we got you invited. Now, my big question is, Donald Trump's going to be there. He was there for game 3 of the NBA Finals in a private box. People were booing him, and then he fell asleep. He fell asleep like the New York Knicks fell asleep in game 4, but they came back and never mind. I digress.
Unbelievable. I know you put $10 down when they were down 25, didn't you?
I put down more than that. But anyway, let's get to UFC. It's called UFC Freedom 250. Why? Because the United States on July the 4th turns 250 years old. Now, you're the only guy in the world that I know is older than 250 years old, who's Canadian, but you're American, but you're North American, but you're Sri Lankan. But all right, so give me your UFC or United States 250th memory. Don't have one? Good. Let's get to the card. Right? No prelims. Here's 7-match card, and it's a doozy. Garcia, Lopez. Who you got in this one? Garcia comes 19-5, as 27-8.
Well, first of all, thanks so much for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah. Can you believe that this is actually happening? When it got mentioned as an idea,
You should have worn your U.S. shirt to celebrate the United States birthday.
Well, we're going to celebrate the Jays.
Not yet, U.S. It's Jays. Jays are no. You can't wear that. You have to take off your shirt.
All right, there we go. Is that better?
All right, that's better. Go ahead.
So this is actually happening. When it was announced, it sounded like a pipe dream, but here it is. Can you believe it? Donald Trump's home. So if he gets tired and sleepy, he can go to his bedroom and watch from his bedroom window if he wants. There you go. Yeah. But this is so exciting. No prelims. It's quite different here. So yeah, first match, like Diego Lopez, Steve Garcia. What a matchup. Garcia's the one that's up and coming. Lopez has been there. He's been so close to the top. But Garcia has been on fire. And it's hard to pick in this fight. It's just such a good fight. You're so excited to watch it. I'm leaning Garcia for the hunger factor. He's on a roll, and we'll see. Both excellent fighters. How excited are you for this first matchup?
It's going to be. I disagree. I go with his opponent in this one a little bit. He's got a little bit more fights, and I think let's face it. He comes in 27-8, and the American Garcia comes in at 19-5. I know it's America's birthday, but I know the Brazilian wants to show that he's worth it in the UFC. He's on this card. I think he wants to put it to the UFC. That's what I want to.
That could be. Let me ask you, how many fight winning streak is Garcia on currently?
I think 5. No,
very close. 7. But who has he fought? Anyone of interest? We got Chase Hooper. No, Shaylin Nurbanky, who cares? Here's a good one. Melquizo Costa.
Harvey Corman. He fought the Corman family, all right?
Well, he beat Costa. Melzico Costa.
Right. Look at him now. He beat the Hill family. All right. So now, I don't know. Even the second fight, I would say it's better than the first. And then the third is better than the second. So the second fight, I got Darius against Bo Nickel. Darius 17-4 and Nickel 8-1. And he's a heavy favorite. Bo Nickel, who you got in this one?
So Nickel versus Daukaus, if we have that sounding right. Kyle Daukaus. I haven't seen too much of Kyle Daukaus. I'm just trying to get some info here. I do like Nickel. 17-4. You got to like Nickel and the comeback after the loss. Daukaus has been hot, though. He's also on a win streak. So like you say, a great matchup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights in a row. Who has he beat? Mearshart, Pereira.
Nobody.
Couple guys are nobodies. Not too much going on there. What about our boy Nickel? You think he's going to be?
He hasn't really fought. He's only 8-1. He hasn't really fought a lot. But he's a heavy favorite. So I'm going to go with Nickel in that one. In our third bout,
I agree with that.
Chandler, they're 23-10 versus Ruffy 13-2, and heavy favorite Ruffy is there over Chandler. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. Love Ruffy. I was surprised when he had that loss a couple fights ago, but he's looking good to beat up the old man Chandler.
All right. Now, my favorite, I guess, fighter, big balls himself, Lewis, who comes in at 29-13-1 versus 9-0, and he was put on this card because of Donald Trump wanted to see him. He's 9-0.
I believe it.
Favorite.
Tell me you watched his last fight. Tell me you watched his last fight versus Razor Blades. That was insane.
The guy's amazing. Like 9-0, and he goes in and wants to go out right away. Right? He goes in, does the job, get out. And that's how a lot of UFC fighters and fighters in general should be, instead of show and tell. You get paid, that's it. You're here for the payment. You don't hear for if you're here by the hour. No, you get paid, and that's it. And especially, he wants to make a statement, especially at the UFC card in the White House, and I think he will.
That was incredible, the beating that Blades and Hackett gave each other. I'm surprised he's even able to fight this soon after all that. His head must be a rock, but it's just a tough call because Lewis is obviously aging. He's past his prime. What can he still do? He's got the power. He's got the puncher's chance. Is Hackett recovered yet? Is he going to be out, up to full speed this quickly after taking such a beating?
Lewis, I don't know if you heard the press conference. He said, his thing is sweaty balls and all that. He said since this is an outdoor affair, he may not have any. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's all. Now the next fight, we're Canadian. You want to take it? O'Malley versus the Canadian.
Hold on. Who are we picking in the last fight?
And this, I just told you, Hackett is going to go 10-0, and he's going to make a statement in the UFC White House card. I think I'm very close to say a knockout, but I'm not going to say a knockout because I got to see what he's wearing. But I think he's going to make it 10-0. Put it that way. Yeah,
I'll agree with you there, but I'd love to see Lewis knock him out for the arrogance. Got to put him in check.
I like to, I like that too, but a lot of guys go in to especially this card on the White House lawn in front of, the world is going to be watching you. The world, and it's a Sunday. It's not a Saturday, not a Friday, a fight night. This is a special event. The world's going to be watching you. Everybody's here in North America for the World Cup of Soccer. They're going to be watching. I know all these soccer players are big fighters of MMA and all that, supporters of MMA. The world's going to be watching, and I think he can show up 10-0 and really put a statement on. If he does knock him out, Lewis 300 pounds down on the ground. That's huge.
How much of a statement is beating Lewis? Is that a big statement these days?
It is a statement because he's a bigger guy, but I don't know. It's not. It is a statement because people know him for like the comment and all that. And if he knocks him out, I think it will be a statement, but not a big statement like Buster Douglas doing the number on Mike Tyson, right? That's a statement.
Right.
But this one
fair
is
enough.
Kind of
but even still coming back on a short, pretty short turnaround off that beating. Yeah. So let's see. I'm picking Josh too. Let's go.
All right. O'Malley versus the Canadian. Who you got?
It'd be nice. We're going to root for the Canadian. We love O'Malley too. Great guy. Been interesting with O'Malley lately. It's been up and down. Song Yadong is a good win. It's a tough call. I would pick O'Malley, but I like Aiemann Zahabi. My heart goes with Zahabi. My money's on O'Malley.
I think we're Canadian, and what a statement that will be if a Canadian wins. beats O'Malley. Like everybody knows who O'Malley, American, and with his hair there, probably red, white, and blue hair or something.
You're right, probably.
Yeah, exactly. But what a statement that would be if the Canadian does win now for the heavyweight in the co-main event, and this is going to be. And right now, if you look at it, you're the master of betting and all that. It's an even fight. It's an even fight. Here, the co-main event for the heavyweight championship. Pereira 13-3 versus his opponent 13-2. Who you got in this one?
Oh man, what a fight to watch! It's Cyril again. It seems like he has more than 2 losses, but
I know that's
13-2, 1 no contest. Maybe we're thinking of that, but yeah, I don't know. It depends how long Pereira has been, staying at a heavyweight type of body, because Gane's used to this, and I think he has obviously the advantage being in this weight class for so much longer. I like Pereira to knock him out is what I would like to see, what I think would happen, but Gane's probably better at the wrestling, a little bit more well-rounded, so it makes for a great fight. But I want to see Pereira win. I think he'll win. But like I say, with Gane's heavyweight experience, yeah.
I think Cyril Gane will not only win, will knock him out.
Maybe. Submit him, maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's such a good, like, the odds show it's an even matchup. So I agree, it could go either way like that. But yeah, I'm picking with my heart here. I want to see Pereira be a champ, be the first.
All right, so in the main event of this UFC Freedom 250 card from the White House, Donald Trump's going to be there, and all celebrity is going to be there, and everything like that for the lightweight championship. And this should be a slobber knocker. Justin Gaethje comes in at 27-5, and his opponent, who's not American, is perfect, at 17-0. Does he make it? There's 2 big questions here. Does he make it 18-0, and the other guy, Hackett, make it 10-0? This is, a spectacular event. The world is watching, and he can make a statement beyond the statement. He's in the main event, and he can do the job, be 18-0. I think he will. What do you say?
Well, if you're looking at the betting line, it's not difficult to say the prediction looks like Topuria, of course. It's like minus 500 something.
Yeah,
if that's still there. I have a chance to vent here with Gaethje's last fight versus Pimblett.
Yep.
Very questionable to me.
It's your best friend at heart, Paddy Pimblett. So I know you're going to vent. So go ahead. I'll give you a couple minutes.
I've been watching Paddy since Cage Warriors. Been waiting for him to come to UFC. Came over. He's won every bet up until the last fight. It was really surprising how little wrestling there was. Didn't look like a typical Paddy Pimblett fight. I don't know if Gaethje got him in the body early, in the gut early, and that really changed the fight there. But something didn't seem right, and I don't know if conspiracy theory or not. Was the American supposed to be where he is right now on the White House lawn fighting for the title? But I think something doesn't sit right with me there. I think that's a fight that Paddy should win 9 out of 10 times. So that's questionable. It should be Paddy versus Topuria right now, which would be very interesting, of course, because of all the history there. But I don't think Gaethje is going to last more than a round or 2 unless he gets that puncher's chance big shot. But no one can do it so far. Gaethje's towards the twilight of his career here.
Yeah, and well, I don't know if it's going to be the twilight of if he manages to get the first loss on him. You're going to say this guy's in the twilight of his career?
Well, no. Well, yes and no. He's right there. He's 37, so it's getting there. There's older guys, but yeah, no, you're right. If he can do it, puts him right up there in the conversation.
So now I'm going to talk about something that will close it out. That's UFC Freedom 250. There was a lot of talk of John Jones fighting on this card. There's a lot of talk of Conor McGregor coming back, and he's taking on his opponent on I believe July 11th on Fight International Fight Week. So, and what do you think of this card? Because I think they could have made this card really better than it is. And notice the last cards, there were 4 or 5 lady belts, not one lady belt. You think
Good
you had
points.
7
Good
matches?
points. Where are the ladies?
If you think you had 4 or 5 matches, put one lady belt there. Put
Sure.
coming up, Ronda Rousey, Gino Carano. Have a lady belt there. He's been focusing. Dana White been focusing on the ladies, 2, 3, 4 belts, lady belts on every card, and now this is a historic card and not one lady on there.
Glad you pointed that out. I didn't even notice that. That's incredible. No ladies. Yeah, why?
This is why I'm the president of the province.
We got to get to that. We got to go to the press conference and ask Dana what's going on here. Where are the ladies? They belong on the White House lawn just as much.
Maybe Trump doesn't want any ladies on the White House lawn.
Maybe.
That's no, but honestly, I'm surprised at that, because UFC is known to push the ladies, and they've been pushing the ladies very well with 2, 3, 4 bouts every card, and dare I say pay-per-view, because there's no more pay-per-views here. Canada, America, they're going to go to Paramount streaming, and that's it. It's going to be really take away the pay-per-view feature. And what do you think? Does it matter for you if you're streaming or pay-per-viewing? If that's a word.
If I can watch the fights, that's all that matters to me. Pay-per-view doesn't matter.
All right,
I like to go to the bar and watch it. But
well, I know you like to get shickered. So here's the other question: do you feel this card could have been better?
I do. I'm just noticing not all weight classes are being represented here. We're missing what?
It looks like they put everything together fast, and that's it.
There's no light heavyweight. There's no flyweight. So,
and those are the two divisions that are really you go out to watch
for sure
with the ladies. Sure. There should be, and that's the other thing. There's no prelims here. There should be, at least 3, 4 more matches. Have a lady or 2 matches. Have a lightweight match. And watch, I don't know. They just put it together fast, and it's going to be a spectacle. But the spectacle is certainly. They're missing something if they're going to make a spectacle, and especially if they're going to make this a real event like it should be. It's a UFC 250 Freedom. And
let me ask you: you look at any card going back, however many years you want to go. Look at the last 7 fights on any card, and I'm pretty sure this one's probably one of the best, if not the best. Yeah. Look at the names on it. They're all there. Well, not everybody, but most of the big names are there.
And that's what I'm saying. He could have made this card a better card.
A little bit better.
For America's 250th birthday, to make it in the White House with Donald Trump sleeping, eating, farting, whatever he's doing, Donald Trump, honestly, I have, since I'm the president of the province of Canada, the mayor-elect of North America, I have few sources who say at every event Donald Trump finds a post and he toots a lot. This guy is tooting all the time, and from what the guys say, if it's a better fight, he toots and toots and toots, right? But this guy has a lot of power. He wanted the guy on, okay, and Dana White puts him on. He doesn't want ladies on the card. That's why they're not on the card. Put it that way. Yeah, so that's why. That's it. So Skyler, we're gonna close it out there. We're gonna close it out there. But go ahead, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, you can get a hold of me at skycorman@yahoo.com. Send me any questions, comments. Love it.
And
let's hear it.
Hopefully, you'll be back next month for Conor McGregor, because I know you've been drinking with him. All right, so
let's do it. Yeah, that'll be exciting.
And remember, fans, this card UFC Freedom 250 is a Sunday at 8 p.m. Sunday, not Saturday, not Friday. Sunday at 8 p.m. from the White House lawn. I'm going to get Skyler there to get on the White House lawn and then thrown out by the security. All right. All right, Skyler. And remember, Skyler may be the towel boy for Derek Lewis. All right. So
that's for sure. That's for sure.
I want you to tell me about sweaty balls. All right. So there you go. Thanks a lot, Sky. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy UFC. And Sky, since it's America's birthday, sister, do you want to close out by singing "God Bless America"?
I'm not going to do that, but happy birthday, America. Thanks for having me on. It's been a pleasure. Love talking UFC. Could do it anytime. Enjoy the fight, everybody.
All right. That's Skyler Corman, our MMA expert. Sunday, June 14th at the White House, UFC Freedom 250. Thanks a lot, Sky.